Man, bro, I've been reading so much, I ain't gonna lie to you. And this should be having me going crazy because what I be finding out, I just be thinking about it all the time. And I don't know how any other way to express it. And so I read this book called Black Fortunes. And it's about six black folk who become millionaires in like the 1860s. And there was one story about this dude named Robert Reed Church. And his mom was a slave and his dad was a slave owner. And so the Civil War had happened and the Confederate Army took over the ship that he was on. And so he was able to escape and he got into the shores of Memphis. And when he got to Memphis, it was some black Union soldiers there. And so he had questions like, am I free now? And so he, like, I guess so. And so what he did, he started working, he started grinding, and then he got himself some bread and he bought some property and he turned into a pool house. He turned into a billiard house. And so it was doing good. And so what years ago by, the Union soldiers, they're sleeping with white prostitutes, and the white population wasn't feeling it. Like, bro, you can nah, hell nah, we not having it. And so it was a big riot. Big riot happened, and they're looking for black people, of course. And so they were asking for Robert Reed, and he found out that they were looking for him. So he goes, I say less. He goes, say less. He goes down to his establishment and he meets the mob there. And they fight and he turns around. They shoot him in the head. Shoot Brad in the head, right? And he falls. They go into the place and they rob it. They burn the shit down. They burn the pool house down, blood. Think about it. He got shot in the head and they burned the place down. This dude crawls out. The dude crawls out. That's crazy. He crawls out alive, barely alive. And what? What? Bruh, that's crazy. And so there's a trial in Washington to find out what happened. And Robert, he comes in and testifies. The dude comes in and testifies. And of course, nothing happened. No charges were pressed. And so he goes back. And he goes back, and the white folks and black folks are leaving because there's an epidemic, a yellow fever epidemic happening. And he finds what is going on. And he saw that the water, it was contaminated underneath the streets. And so he cleaned it up. And he bought more of the property. So he became more powerful. You feel me? And I was like, bruh, I think that's crazy. Like, bruh, it's hard enough to be a millionaire now. Like, imagine in those days. You feel me? Like, your life was on the line. Your life is still on the line. Like, look what happened to Nip. You feel me? But still, like, imagine if racism didn't exist. If racism, like, they need racism. Like, they need it. They need it. You feel me? And you're still able to find a way through that system. And people still find ways through that system. Just imagine if it didn't even exist. Like, they need it. So what does that say about you? They're scared. Feel me? Like, people are scared of you. And not because of what you do, but because of their own insecurity. You feel me? Because a big person is not going to fear someone who's small. That wouldn't make sense. You only fear someone who's bigger than you. So because you're so big, I got to put you down to make me feel secure about myself. You get what I'm saying? So what does that say about you? Like, what exactly? Like, you're more than what you think. You feel me? And people are intimidated by you. And you a beast, you feel me? And they're scared of that. Because, like, bruh, you can make anything happen out of nothing. Come on, blood. That's crazy. But I'm gone.